In any relationship, conflict is inevitable. But here's the truth: how you argue matters far more than whether you argue. Disagreements are normal, but how you handle them can either strengthen your bond or tear it apart. The goal of an argument should never be to win, but to understand each other and grow together. In today's video, I'm going to share the best way to argue with your partner, turning moments of conflict into opportunities for deeper connection and understanding. Make sure you watch the video till the end, because these tips could transform how you communicate in your relationship. And if you're serious about building a stronger, healthier relationship, don't forget to subscribe to Loverite TV for more insightful relationship advice. You won't want to miss it. Let me start by sharing a quick story. Imagine Sarah and James, a couple who love each other deeply, but recently found themselves in a heated argument. Sarah felt James wasn't listening to her concerns about how much time he was spending at work, while James felt attacked and misunderstood. They argued back and forth, but neither truly heard the other, and the tension grew until they stormed off, frustrated. Later, Sarah remembered something they had learned about healthy communication. Instead of letting the argument define them, she calmed down and asked James, "Can we talk about this again? I want to understand where you're coming from." That one change, focusing on understanding rather than winning, shifted everything. Their argument turned into a meaningful conversation where they both felt heard and valued. This story shows that it's not about avoiding conflict, but approaching it the right way. So how can you turn arguments into opportunities for growth, just like Sarah and James? 1. Listen to understand, not to respond. When we argue, it's common to think about what we're going to say next while the other person is talking. But this means we're not listening. If you're focused on your next reply, you miss out on understanding how your partner feels. Instead, aim to listen to understand, not just to respond. This means paying attention to what your partner is saying. When you give them the space to express their feelings without interrupting, you're telling them that their emotions matter. It's not about agreeing with everything they say. It's about showing that you care enough to listen fully. This kind of listening builds trust and makes your partner feel valued. 2. Stay calm and control your emotions. Arguments often get worse when emotions run high. If you start to feel angry, frustrated, or upset, it's important to pause and take a deep breath. Yelling, raising your voice, or saying things in the heat of the moment can cause harm to the relationship. Hurtful words are hard to take back, and they can leave long-lasting damage. Your tone, how you say something, is just as important as the words you choose. Speaking calmly and respectfully, even when you disagree, helps keep the conversation productive. Controlling your emotions means you can discuss the issue without hurting each other or escalating the conflict. 3. Focus on the issue, not the person. When tempers flare, it's easy to start blaming your partner and attacking their personality. But this only leads to more hurt. Instead, try to focus on the problem, not the person. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try saying, "I feel ignored when we talk about this issue." Attacking the person will only make the argument worse because it feels like a personal attack. But if you focus on solving the issue together, it turns into teamwork. It's not about who's wrong or right, it's about both of you working together to fix the problem. 4. Take responsibility for your part. In an argument, it's easy to point fingers and blame the other person for everything. But the truth is, no one is perfect. Owning up to your actions and mistakes shows maturity and respect for the relationship. Instead of saying, "You always do this," try using "I" statements like, "I feel hurt when," or "I need more support when." This way you're expressing how you feel without blaming your partner. Taking responsibility for your part in the conflict allows both of you to move toward real solutions, and it encourages your partner to do the same. 5. Know when to take a break. Sometimes, a discussion can get too heated to resolve right away. If emotions are too high, it's okay to take a break from the argument. This doesn't mean you're avoiding the issue. It means you're giving yourselves time to cool down and think more clearly. When you're too upset, it's easy to say things you don't mean. Taking a pause gives both of you a chance to gather your thoughts and come back to the conversation with a clearer head. Once you've both calmed down, you'll be able to discuss the issue more rationally and respectfully. 6. Find common ground. In any argument, both partners often want the same thing but from different perspectives. Rather than sticking to your point and trying to prove you're right, look for something you both agree on. Ask yourselves, what do we both want out of this? Finding common ground helps you resolve the issue together. It turns the argument from a fight into a discussion, where both of you are trying to understand each other and find a solution that works for both sides. Compromise is key. Healthy relationships are built on finding a middle ground. 7. End with love and reassurance. After the argument is over, it's important to reconnect with your partner. An argument should never make either of you feel unloved or unsupported. Apologize if needed, reassure your partner that you still love them, and remind them that your relationship is stronger than any disagreement. Ending on a loving note shows that no matter what the issue was, your love and commitment to each other haven't changed. It brings closure and strengthens the bond between you two. Every couple will argue. It's part of being in a relationship. But the best way to argue with your partner is by focusing on understanding, respect, and compromise. When you approach conflict with love and a desire to grow together, your arguments become opportunities for deeper connection, not division. Remember, it's not about winning the argument, it's about winning together. Handle disagreements with care, because how you argue will shape the future of your relationship. And don't forget to subscribe to Loverite TV for more relationship advice that helps you build stronger connections.